dating simulators have become much more widely accepted in the gaming industry as of late. At some point in your life, you've probably played a dating sim, or maybe something like it. Hey, come on, there's nothing to be ashamed of in owning one, don't worry. Some of them can be really fun, whether it's because of the absurd humor, surprisingly compelling writing, or if you're just enjoying the gameplay and not lying about it. Plus, dating sims have shown signs of potentially helping players learn how to socialize and how dating works. So this really isn't a genre that we're trying to ridicule. Before we begin, be sure to subscribe to MojoPlays and click on the links in the description to vote on upcoming content. The dating sim genre comes in all kinds of different forms too. Hatoful Boyfriend tasks you with dating birds, but is noted for being one of the funniest games you can get. Honey Pop took the internet by storm with its in-depth puzzle games, as well as its unapologetic eroticism. Dream Daddy featured a deep narrative complete with fleshed out characters that really make you care for them. Of course, we can't forget about Doki Doki Literature Club, which turns out to be something more than just a dating sim. Seriously, that game's nightmare fuel. Unfortunately, this emerging genre has delivered just as many bad games as it has successful ones, if not more. Probably way more, actually. They tend to be the games that focus more on getting the player laid than actually dating. Enter Super Seducer, a game from self-proclaimed seduction guru Richard La Ruina. Since it was announced, Super Seducer has faced troubles from the public for a number of reasons. It caused its Kickstarter page to be banned for a variety of reasons, actually. While it was planned to release on PlayStation 4, Sony denied the game to be listed. So, just what is it about this game that makes it so terrible in comparison to other dating sims? Well, for starters, it follows one of the most boring formulas. Watch a bunch of cutscenes and click on text boxes every couple of minutes. Then, La Ruina shows up to interrupt the game's flow and lecture us on why we made the right or the wrong move.
You wish.
What? I lost?
It's just not polite, is it?
Typically, a dating sim incorporates some kind of gameplay because, a dating sim is supposed to be a video game. They might have a cutscene and a lot of text box choices too, but they generally don't waste your time for what feels like hours on end. Honey Pop, for example, forces you to memorize facts about each girl through interaction. What does she like? What turns her off? When's her birthday? What does she do for work? Not only are these facts important to building your relationship, but they're actually crucial for being successful during the puzzle levels. Plus you have to remember what you've already asked her. If you repeat a question that she's already answered, it's going to poorly affect your relationship. Honey Pop knows it's a video game and reminds you of that while keeping the many aspects of dating realistic-ish. Even if there's a fairy girl who's into panties and an alien bounty hunter too, but don't think about it too much, just go with it.
What's that? I didn't hear you. Did you say, hell yeah?
Super Seducer does not boast good production quality either. The dialogue is awkward and unrealistic, and conversations just feel like they run in circles, dragging on and on and on, and anyway. How many times has this woman mentioned she's going to the park to feed the squirrels? If she needs to be somewhere, why are we having such a lengthy conversation? Shouldn't this nightclub have people in it? Is this an interview, or are we trying to ask her out? The inconsistencies like this are all over the place, and everything feels really generic. And don't get us started on that cringy music either.
You go to other coffee shops usually, or just not much coffee drinking going on? Or you take it away maybe?
I do all of those things.
So, dating sims aren't really known for having fantastic animation or top-notch intricate narratives, although there are some exceptions in the storytelling department. However, they excel in many other aspects of their design. There are many that boast some exceptional character design, both in the visual appeal and in the writing and characterization. This is crucial for dating sims, as a diverse cast of characters lets the player choose which characters they want to interact with. Or, interact with, ooh. While other dating sims may not feature impressive art styles, they might present a compelling story, whether it's silly or serious. These are all important features that Super Seducer completely lacks, opting for a more generalized and somewhat lazy format.
No, I moved away from home, which is, it's sad. I miss them. I miss seeing them.
When did you leave? When you were like a teenager, you ran away?
No.
And now we've come to the main attraction, folks. The real reason why Super Seducer is the worst dating sim of all time. The actual dating advice. Dating sims tend to take some flack for their weird aesthetics or how sexual they can be. Often this is something that people aren't used to seeing in their games. Yet, believe it or not, dating sims can actually have a very positive effect on a person's life. Some sims have the potential to help provide a safe digital environment for players to explore their own biases and even their own sexuality as they interact with different characters in a safe environment. They have the ability to teach social cues and explore interpersonal interactions without the fear of embarrassing yourself. Sometimes you can walk away with some of the best dating advice ever. Be a good person. No tricks, no strategies, no fine print. Just actually care about what the other person has to say, listen, and reciprocate. So how does Super Seducer go about dating advice? Well, it's borderline sociopathic. Some of the advice that this guy gives comes off as creepy, almost predatory. We're not even talking about the purposefully ridiculous choices either. The correct options just sound psychologically manipulative at times. The way La Ruina talks about the women in the game is almost as if he's teaching the player how to tame some sort of wild animal. La Ruina encourages the player not to let her have the ability to say no, trick her into asserting her independence with her boyfriend, or physically blocking a girl from walking away by planting yourself in front of her. There's never really an option to walk away and just leave her alone.
That seems really dark.
No, it's not dark. You're misunderstanding me, bro.
I think I am.
Yeah, you are. Because if the girl said no, then the answer obviously is no.
No.
But the thing is she's not gonna say no. She would never say no because of the implication.
While La Ruina and PR management have tried making Super Seducer seem like an educational experience, the game clearly wears its purpose on its sleeve. You're encouraging the player to quote La Ruina himself to break down her defenses, making the intentions of the game pretty clear. It's not a dating simulator, it's a force someone to have sex with you simulator.
This is a bit of psychology here, because you can think that the possible objection is that she becomes uncomfortable, she remembers that you've been friends for so long, you shouldn't do it. So if you're the one to voice this concern, then she's likely to take the opposite tack. So it's the right choice, very smart, bunch of psychology at work here, and it works very well in practice.
There aren't many terrible dating sims out there, but none have proven to be as poorly structured or as borderline psychotic as Super Seducer. It completely misses the mark in trying to teach players how to date, let alone how to be an actual decent human being. The gameplay is fatiguing, the cutscenes are cringy, and the advice he gives you might end you up in court. There are many other dating sims out there that are silly and sexy, and they're still worth your time by offering you enriching experiences and interesting characters, providing you near decent life lessons while also being an okay video game. So, all that being said, we have no choice but to name Super Seducer the worst dating sim of all time.
You could have done better to tease her about it, or just say what you honestly think, but not go on about it, but just quickly say.
Thanks for watching MojoPlays. Be sure to subscribe and click on the link in the description below to check out our suggestion page and vote on what content you'd like to see us cover next.